Alright, here's a quick walk around of the Model B, 1940 long nose. As long as I'm pointing this direction, the lighting will be reasonable. Coming back from the other way is going to be a little bit of a problem from the glare of the open barn door. The moisture is because the temperature has gone from cold to warm and everything's condensing on the cold metal. You can see it was covered because the top has no condensation on it. Here's the funky steering wheel. Bonus points to anybody who can tell me what that is or was. The reason it's still on there is because I didn't know what it was, so I left it there as a conversation piece. The wheels are not loaded. When I first received the tractor, it was pretty much a basket case. We made it run on one cylinder. Typical John Deere, it'll run even when it's half dead. Anyways, we went through the top end, gave it a valve job, put new valve springs in it. The cylinders were in pretty good shape, so all we did there was just hone it and put in a set of new rings. Said valve job, valve springs, wrist pins, and bushings. I know that all these years later because I found all the old parts. Also available, if someone wants to buy them, is the spacers. I have a set of John Deere cast iron spacers that go in the front. If somebody's interested. These are not the original wheels. I also original fronts. I have the original fronts with John Deere stampings in them. If somebody's into that level of period correctness. Nothing's been broken and boogered back together as far as castings or frame or anything like that. I have the lights for both sides. They're 7-inch diameter flat lenses. I'll take a picture of those here in just a second. Let's get the other side of this steering deal. This is a factory electric. This was not an add-on. Has cast centers on the wheels. The rear tires are mismatches, but again, not a parade tractor. Well, I mean, actually, it's a good parade tractor because you're not too worried about it. They're the same diameter, pretty close, so not a lot of wear and tear in the rear. PTO shaft is 1 1/8 inches in diameter. Oh, I see why this is working. The flash is on. It's working pretty good. Driver's compartment. The black button there is the starter button that I put in. That I believe is where the rod was that went to the front shutters for when you switched from gas to distillates. The shutters are not there, and neither is the linkage. It's a pretty thorough walk around. I've told you what I know. Most of it's a repeat of a conversation I had with a gentleman in Tennessee. So if he's the one watching this, thank you for all that additional information. If nothing else, I'm smarter for it. Let's go out here and take a look at the parts. Alright, so what are some of these linkages? I honestly don't remember, and I don't know why I came up with them. This is the starter that I believe was, well, I said was looked over, but I don't believe it now. I must be thinking about the other generator that I had, that I got from my uncle. There's the 7-inch flat lights. I do not have a backup light. These are the only two I've got. Both the lenses are intact. Let me tip this over here. There we go. And all the internals are in them. I had buffed the black paint off of them to repaint them and never got there. And then just miscellaneous old parts. They'll either go with the new owner. There's another bracket. I think that might be for the alternator too. They'll either go with the new owner or they'll go in the scrap. It's my leftover parts from when we did the motor, and the that box right there, that thing with the tape on it, is an old steering knuckle. And I vaguely remember replacing that for some reason. Alright, well, thanks for watching and giving it a consideration.